Today's show is brought to you by ExpressVPN. They're the fastest VPN we've ever used. Try them out at expressvpn.com/funhaus.
Content warning. Due to the nature of this challenge, this podcast features candid discussions about sensitive topics such as rape, pedophilia, torture, animal cruelty, incest, slavery, infanticide, poop eating, and more. Please be advised.
Welcome to Filmhaus, a very special episode where we find the most fucked up movie. Oh shit, guys! Oh, something fucked up already happened.
Ryan, your hands!
Oh no,
my hands!
Ryan! Oh, thank God, I got spares. Okay.
Oh my God.
So,
that was a close
in this very special Filmhaus episode, we're going to be going down through a bracket, a lightning round bracket to find the most fucked up movie of all time. That is our challenge here today. I have Patrick, who who apparently has seen every fucked up movie ever made. We were having a conversation. I thought I'd seen the most. He has seen more than me. Some of the things on this list I haven't seen. They're the most fucked up. Patrick's going to explain them. Then when you have me, I have spent my life watching, raised as a Catholic schoolboy in Tennessee. Once I was able to go to the video store by myself, I tried to make up for lost time and see all the shit my mom would not want me to see, and boy, did I find it. So, but then here we have, I'm sorry. Sometimes we're going to have tiebreakers with me and Patrick because we're not going to be able to agree on what is the most fucked up movie. So that's why we have sweet, innocent, naive Jacob here to be the tiebreaker. He has seen virtually none of these films. So whenever we get a tie, whenever we have a tie, me and Patrick are both going to be explaining some of the more fucked up parts of the movie, and then it's going to be up to Jacob to decide which is the most fucked up based on just hearing what we say about the films. So that's how this is going to go.
Humbly accept.
It's going to be a lightning round. We're not going to have a two-parter here. We're going to speed through this thing. I will say that just due to the nature of this podcast, we just have a giant trigger warning here at the beginning. We will be talking about the broadest, biggest trigger warning. We are talking about some fucked up movies with fucked up themes and fucked up scenes that include every bad thing and sensitive thing on
everything
the list.
You can imagine.
So be prepared. Be prepared. Anyway, on to the bracket, guys. You guys psyched? You guys psyched for this?
I'm pretty psyched.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You've seen a lot of these movies, Patrick. I've only the only movies on here I've seen are mostly movies I have had to seek out myself out of morbid curiosity to watch.
Well, that's real quick. Yeah, that is almost all of these movies. There's a few blockbusters in here, but pretty much everything else you have to find. You have to dig to find, and it's usually like a VHS rip.
Yeah,
from 2003 with YouTube compression added on top of it. It's usually how you find a lot of these.
They burned all the wide release versions.
Yeah, and they're all unlisted.
Now, so, on to the lightning round. Yeah, we have a couple that are, more mainstream, but then we have the true underground films, I guess you'd call it. We're going to give a little, an honorable mention category because we're really looking for what is the most fucked up movie of all time. But we are going to say we're going to, as we go, kind of say whether you like the movie too, Patrick. We also will have a special second prize for what is the best fucked up movie. Not that that's as much of our concern, but, we will award a second prize for what is the best. So, first up. Saw versus Hostel. I figured we'll get this one out of the way. Everyone's seen these movies, I assume. Jacob, you saw Saw and Hostel?
I've only seen Saw. I haven't seen Hostel.
Oh, okay. Well, Hostel, just to refresh your memory, is about some bros who go over to Europe and they're just trying to have their European vacation, and then they get kidnapped and become victims. They wake up in this chained room where all these rich guys are torturing people. That's kind of the whole premise of that film.
Yeah, you can buy a person to torture, basically.
Oh boy,
yeah, all sorts of fun stuff. You got let's see, memorable fucked up parts. There's fingers get severed with chainsaws, a sliced Achilles tendon, slits throat with a scalpel. So that's what you got to look forward to in Hostel.
I could see why it's running up against Saw. There's some similar themes here.
Blowtorch to the eye.
Blowtorch to the eye, that was huge. So anyway, My vote for Saw vs. Hostel, personally, is Hostel. I mean, Saw's fucked up, but really the first Saw really just has the one big, like, sawing scene. There's not as much of... Later entries had kind of more fucked up stuff. Maybe you should have put Saw 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9.
Well, I think the different... Like, the first Saw is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like actually... It's a good horror movie. The sequels are great. I love those movies, but I like them just because it's, like, insane over-the-top gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
They're not good, though. They're all
creative.
pretty bad.
Wait, for Saws?
with the
I think
death,
Saw,
not
I stand by
necessarily
Saw. I think Saws are the if you really pay attention to all 12 of them or whatever the fuck, it's fun. I dig it. I get into it.
No, I agree.
Except Jigsaw.
I think they're very fun. I just think they get they're pretty corny after the first one.
Yeah, but it's
get
like the best.
progressively
It
more
is
and
the
more
best horror setup because when you pay for a fucking Saw movie, you know kind of what you're getting, right? But you know
I'm
that
with you.
You're getting a variation of it. You're like, okay, they're gonna try and fuck me up,
Yeah.
but how are they gonna do it this time? I like that.
I haven't watched fully the last few Saw movies, but I have watched some death montages out of morbid curiosity. I'm like, I want to see how those Saw kills are going, and like they get
Have
pretty.
you played the
nuts.
game?
No, wait.
There's 2 Saw video games.
Okay, we can't be getting. This is the
you're right,
first
you're
one.
right.
We gotta vote.
I'm sorry.
I'm going Hostel.
Okay,
What's y'all's vote? What's your vote, Patrick?
I'm gonna vote Hostel as well because I think
right.
the premise is more fucked up.
Oh
than
my
Saw.
god!
Okay,
Jigsaw's
you
here.
piqued my curiosity. Maybe I'll go watch Hostel after this.
All right, Cody.
It's not bad.
Mark it. Hostel wins the first round.
Take it away, Hostel.
Moving on, we got Pink Flamingos and Gummo. Jacob, have you seen either of these?
No, I never even
Okay.
heard of these ones.
Well, Pink Flamingos is a cult classic from the 70s. John Waters made it. And it's basically about Divine plays the filthiest woman alive. A few notable scenes. Obviously, there's the infamous scene where Divine eats dog poop at the end. You see it in one uncut shot. The dog shits it out and she eats it in one uncut, unedited shot. Two characters named
Ugh,
Cookies
I got
and
like shivers.
Cookies and Crackers. Two characters named Cookies and Crackers have sex while crushing a live chicken between them. So that's what we got to look forward to in Pink Flamingos. Gummo is about a bunch of kids when their town got obliterated by a tornado, and they're all just kind of getting into fucked up shit. And it's infamously known for having the kids kill cats. That's how they get off.
Yeah.
Basically you have, Jacob, I know you're a cat lover and a dog lover.
I got one on my lap right now.
Yeah, so, shit. So basically you have
Listen, Barry.
a movie where cats are killed or where dog shit is eaten is kind of your choices here. Patrick, what are you going to vote for on out of these two?
I have not seen Gummo since I was maybe 16, and I don't I don't remember a lot. The only thing I remember is that there's like a mentally handicapped person who I think they're having sex with, I believe. I'm gonna go with Pink Flamingos because I gotta give it up for my boy John Waters.
As most fucked up? All right. I'm going to go
And
Gummo.
I also remember that scene. Okay.
I mean, I think
okay.
the shit eating from the dog is fucked up and stuff, but honestly, Divine is into that, so I don't see it as fucked up. That's kind of like Divine's thing. It's like, but cats getting killed is a hard, super fucked up thing for me. To have it in a movie, so that's why I vote Gummo. Jacob, who are you going to side
I
with?
get to be the tiebreaker. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to add
Innocent
these movies
Jacob.
to the list. And the physical shudder I got hearing about the dog poop eating scene is gonna have to give it to Pink Flamingos for me.
Wow, who saw that coming? Wow, Pink Flamingos takes it from Gummo in
go.
the second round. All right, interesting.
I shuddered a second time when I described it.
Moving on.
It's
now
pretty
we're
gross.
moving on to the real. Now we're into the nitty gritty of the nitty gritty
boy.
of the fucked up movie. So we got Serbian film, largely seen as one of the most, if not the most, fucked up movie of all time. I actually haven't
Infamous.
seen the whole thing. I think Jacob, you haven't either. Patrick, you have. So Patrick, why don't you give us a little rundown of what all of Serbian film is all about, with a few of the notable scenes, as quickly as you can.
Serbian film, there's a guy who is a former porn actor who is hired by someone to do porn which involves babies.
Yes. Baby porn. Okay, so we have baby porn for the Serbian film.
Newborns.
And then it's going up
It's
against...
rough.
I'm sorry, was there more? Patrick, sorry.
I was just saying, I mean, that's all you need. It's a fucking rough
I read
watch.
the Wikipedia plot summary of this movie, and I was like,
I did not know what it was about when I watched it, and like,
oh, it was a surprise.
yeah, oh yeah.
So, and then it's going up against Faces of Death, the cult phenomenon from the 70s. It's basically they call it the video nasties, and they called it a documentary, but it's bullshit. It's basically, they're looking at death from around the world. So you got an electric chair execution, a parachuter jumping to their death, a cult member being sacrificed. What's the big one, though? Oh, a monkey being killed and its brains being eaten, which was the precursor to the Temple of Doom scene in Indiana Jones.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, yeah, this is basically like the precursor of Live Leak, the website. Faces of Death is
So it's all
distant
real?
cousin. They claim it's real. So it went
They claim
around.
it's real.
It went around the midnight film festival circuit as like, oh, look at this these fucked up real documentary images of real death from around the world. So, and they're pretty good effects, but some of them you're kind of like, is that real? When I first saw it, I was under the impression that it was real. No one had told me that it was bullshit yet. So I was like, whoa. But yeah.
Yeah, I think some of them are real.
Oh, well okay, yeah. There is
right?
some, there's real shit sprinkled in. So there's like a few like actual like,
Yeah, but
like
it's not
violent
all
crash scenes
real.
or something like
Yeah.
an actual
Yeah.
automobile accident or something. Anyway,
Okay.
so you got a pseudo fake documentary about real death and Serbian film. So even though I haven't seen Serbian film, I'm going to vote for Serbian film based on everything I know about it and everything I've seen from it. Because
That's the one.
I think we can all give this one to Serbian film.
okay, unanimous
Yeah,
decision, Cody.
it-
Serbian film takes it. We're moving on.
Congratulations, Serbian
there's
film.
only one other movie on here that might beat even that for me.
Really?
Well, hey, no wait. There's something
I'm not gonna give it away. I'm not gonna give it
Some
away.
you have not
I
seen,
know.
Patrick.
I know.
So next we have the amazing. This is probably my favorite on the list so far that we've gotten to. Human Centipede. I will defend this movie till I die.
Classic.
Classic.
Yeah.
Well made, incredible concept. So you got Human Centipede here up against the Oscar-winning Requiem for a Dream. Slightly more mainstream film, but with notable fucked up scenes like the classic ass-to-ass scene.
Ass-to-ass, yeah.
Jared Leto getting his arm hacked off by heroin. Another, and then just a general feeling of dread and terribleness that you get throughout that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, I feel worse after I watch Requiem for a Dream, which I feel like is one of the symptoms of a fucked up movie, right? Even though I think Human Centipede, concept-wise, is infinitely more fucked up. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah. I think I'm in the same boat. Yeah, like, Requiem for a Dream makes me miserable.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like... It's not for the same reasons. Like, Human Centipede, I watched, I was like... Oh, God, how did somebody come up with this? And I think I'd go with Human Centipede on this one.
Okay.
Just because, like, ass to ass versus mouth to ass to mouth to ass.
Right. That's kind of why I put these against each other.
Yeah. The math is clearly in
They
favor
share
of
an
Human
ass
Centipede.
theme.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to vote for, Patrick?
I'm with you. Requiem for a Dream, because it's good and you actually like kind of care about the characters. I feel like makes me feel ickier, but Human Centipede has one of my favorite lines in cinema history, which is "Oh shit, I have to shit."
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go for Requiem for a Dream.
Whoa.
It's not more fucked up. No, Human Centipede's more fucked up. I'll go with that. I feel worse watching Requiem for a Dream, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Human Centipede.
That's a complicated one.
This is a
it's a
complicated
tough
one,
one.
but I think that I'm going to have to go with you guys. This is a unanimous decision. Human Centipede, more fucked up than Requiem for a Dream, although Requiem for a Dream, more effective as a downer movie, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the other side of the bracket here. We have Antichrist, a Lars von Trier, just crowd-pleasing banger, where a couple try to mourn the death of their son by having a therapeutic trip to the woods, but then Charlotte Gainsborough goes crazy and hits Willem Dafoe. Memorable fucked up scenes include Charlotte hitting Willem Dafoe in the nuts with a log, and then she jacks off his unconscious dead or unconscious body's penis until blood squirts out of on screen. Then she drills a hole into his leg and bolts a big stone so he can't get away. And then she cuts off her own clitoris with scissors. Mm-hmm. So that's what we got with
another
Antichrist.
Classic from Lars.
Classic Lars.
Yeah. We
Then
can
we got-
all.
Oh yeah, sorry. Jacob, did you see Antichrist, Jacob?
I'll admit, yeah, I have seen Antichrist. We can all admit whether or not we Googled if that was really Willem Dafoe's penis.
Oh yeah, everyone has.
Yeah, because you just gotta know.
Yeah.
And then you got Visitor Q. Not as many people have seen this movie, but it's Takashi
haven't heard of
Miike,
it.
who's one of my favorite filmmakers ever. And this is basically short log line is a dude comes over and kind of changes the life of this family. But the more importantly, fucked up scenes include the dad fucking a dead body and his dick gets stuck in it because of rigor mortis. So the mom has to give him heroin to release his boner. Patrick, were you going to say something?
I was going to say the movie opens with a dad having sex with his daughter.
That's true. Yes, the movie.
That's the opener to this movie.
Yes.
Yikes.
And then it ends, most importantly, on a shot of the father and son both drinking milk out of the mom's boobs in a state of harmony, where they're all like, yes, the family's finally back together again.
Happy ending.
Yeah, they've figured it out.
One of the best, most satisfying happy endings to a fucked up movie of all time.
Yeah.
I really
So
love it.
more of a feel good movie than
It is.
than
It's a
Antichrist.
and that's kind of why I put them
Sort
together.
of, yeah.
They're both about
It's
family.
the closest. Yeah.
and
The
one
characters
is
feel
It's
good.
the
is what I'm
closest
saying.
thing to like a feel-good fucked up movie on this list, maybe.
yeah. One is like a hopeful, happy, fucked up family movie. One is just the darkest, worst, like evilest fucked up family movie with
Yeah.
Antichrist.
Yeah.
One of them's
So-
got a talking fox though, and that gives it an edge.
Chaos reigns. What are y'all gonna go for? I'm trying to make my decision because I'm very mixed on this one. Patrick?
I'm going Visitor Q.
I haven't
right.
seen Visitor Q, but that all does sound pretty messed up.
That's why we have you here, Jacob. You're the innocent one who hasn't seen this. You haven't been exposed to this scum cinema like me and Patrick have. We're fucked up.
I think Visitor-
It's hopeless.
Yeah. Visitor Q works for me because it's so low budget and it's shot to look like a home video, which like I think it literally was shot on home video cameras or something close to it, so it's very effective in that way. Antichrist has had like, you know, not a huge budget, but it
was trying to be a
looks like a
film.
movie.
Oh,
yeah,
it is
yeah.
a film.
It was Lars
Yeah.
von Trier doing his Lars von Trier thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what? Like that all. I think I'll side with what's it called?
Visitor Q?
Visitor Q on this one.
Interesting.
Just 'cause, like,
I was going to go for Antichrist.
Yeah, like having seen Antichrist, it's hard. I don't want to say it's more palatable because it's not palatable.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's like it thematically made sense to watch, I guess.
Yeah, for me, it's the whole just like
Yeah.
when I think about like, all right, synthesizing what is the most fucked up. To me, it's like the woman who basically saw her child being walking to its death while she's having sex and just like fuck it, you know, and then does all that shit to Willem Dafoe.
Willem
that's
Dafoe's
like, whoa,
wiener.
that is so fucked up. The other, it's like it's more weird fucked up. It's like, wow, this is weird and fucked up, but not as like doesn't really hit you for me. I mean, but anyway, Visitor Q wins it. Good job, guys.
Congrats, Visitor Q.
Moving on, we have okay. So this round is also two of the most fucked up movies on this list, and we have a movie that Patrick hasn't seen, and we have a movie that I haven't seen going against each other, Jacob. So you really need to
And
be the
two
tiebreaker
movies
here.
that I haven't seen.
and you haven't seen either. So August Underground.
Nor should you.
Nor should you see either of these, honestly. August Underground is I haven't seen it, but it's basically what I've been told is kind of like a pseudo snuff film. They try to make a snuff film where they're like make a documentary of where it really looks like they're killing all the serial killers are killing people. I haven't seen the movie, but everyone just tells me it's just so fucking awful. And why does it exist? And why would you watch it? And I haven't brought myself to watch it because I don't know if I want to feel like that. But then Goodbye Uncle Tom is a movie I've seen. And this is probably my pick for most fucked up movie. It's so fucked up that I even considered not adding it here because I was like, do I want to admit that I've seen this movie publicly? It's so fucked up. And it's basically a documentary, but to the integrity of the tournament, I was like, I have to put the most fucked up movie I've seen on this list. Consequences be damned. It's basically an Italian documentary crew that goes back to the old pre-Civil War era on a helicopter, and they document the slave trade from Africa to America. And you know what? It sounds like, oh, that's like Amistad or 12 Years a Slave. No. This is like the Faces of Death version where it's an exploitation film. They hired hundreds of Haitian people. And so you just see like literally hundreds, if not thousands of naked Haitian people being chased around and to like marching band music. And
oh my God.
It's an insane movie. It's insane that it exists. And yeah, so it's like the most appalling and offensive movie I think on this list. So
it sounds horribly racist.
Exactly. Yes. So we have all sorts of fucked up movies on this list. You know, we have from the sex stuff. We had a child porn video a second ago. This is our racist movie. So Goodbye Uncle Tom versus snuff film. So that's what you have to go for, Jacob. What are you gonna pick? Sweet, innocent, loving Jacob.
Oh boy. I will accept this burden with grace. Oh boy.
Jacob?
I almost like don't want to give it to Goodbye Uncle Tom just because of what it is.
Here, I'll help you out. There's a scene in August Underground where it's basically like Juggalo serial killers is the movie, but it's all like, home video, looks like shit, screaming throughout the entire movie, where it's just a woman with two other women that they've kidnapped, and she's just vomiting on them over and over again. Sticking her hand down her throat and vomiting on these women and then rubbing it all over.
Oh my God. Okay.
Solid
Jacob,
argument.
that's what you have to go for.
So if you want to knock out the racist one, go ahead.
You know what, August Underground, just to get Goodbye Uncle Tom out of here.
All right. Honestly, I'm good. I'm fine with that. August Underground wins that battle. No one watched either of those movies. Moving on.
Yeah.
Salò, 120 Days of Sodom versus Martyrs. Okay, so when I said before that Goodbye Uncle Tom was the most fucked up movie on the list, a very close second is Salò, 120 Days of Sodom for me, because this is a movie.
Uncle Sam.
I'm not somebody that gets grossed out in movies very often, but I literally wanted to puke during Salò, 120 Days of Sodom, because basically it's about a bunch of rich people, the bourgeoisie, kidnapping a bunch of
fascists,
kidnapping a bunch of children and forcing them to do all sorts of sadomasochistic shit, like literally eating their own shit.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Yeah,
there's a lot of shit eating and dick mutilation in these movies.
Yeah, a lot of shit eating in Salò, 120 Days of Sodom. It really disturbed me. I hated every second of it. It pissed me off just watching it. And not only did it piss me off, it pissed off a whole bunch of people that whenever it got released, they literally murdered the director in a riot.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This man got murdered for his art. That's Salò, 120 Days of Sodom. Then you have Martyrs, which is a French movie basically about this. There's a secret high society that believes that if they inflict the most pain possible, the maximum amount of pain on somebody, then they think that person will transcend and be able to talk to God right there in front of them. So they basically kidnap a woman, and they literally slowly torture her, peeling her skin off so that she can talk to God. That's what that movie's about. Patrick, do you have an opinion on which is more fucked up?
Martyrs has a lot of gore. I think thematically it's also very, very dark and fucked up. But Salò is hard to beat because just like the whole the group of the fascist dudes are so gleeful and giddy the whole time.
Yeah.
While they're scalping people and making them eat shit.
Yeah.
Or not. Which goes on for so long.
Yeah.
I have to
go Salò.
Yeah.
Wow. What would you think, Jacob?
I was Googling Martyrs. The effects seem pretty good.
Well, wait, are you Googling the remake or the French movie? Because James watched the remake and it's awful, and he was like, I didn't like Martyrs. So I'm like,
is
you didn't
the
watch
2008
Martyrs,
one the remake?
2008 is the original.
Okay. Oh, that's the original. Okay, I'm looking at the original.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, no, the effects are great.
It sounds like what was it, Salò? That I think that one's gonna have to take it for me.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. I would say Martyrs is one of my favorite movies on the list. Like I unironically love the shit out of that movie.
It's really good.
It's not trying to make you hate it.
It's not like a Saw or Hostel or
Yeah.
something where like you're going to go watch like the fucked up ways people die. It's like got something to say, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So does Salò.
so Salò, yeah, well, Salò, yeah, but fuck Salò. Fuck Salò, dude. Anyway, all right, moving on. We got Dead Girl versus Michael. So this is okay. God, some of this is hard to talk about.
Go on.
All right, so this is
I haven't seen Michael.
Here's our
but-
sex bracket here. We got Dead Girl, which is about basically imagine this is two high school bros that go and they find a zombie girl tied up in a dungeon. She's dead, but she's a zombie, and they start going, well, hey, why don't we start? And they're virgins, so they start having sex with the dead zombie girl who is still alive because she's a zombie, but she's dead. So then one guy's like, well, it's okay because she's a zombie. And the other guy's like, this is fucked up. So that's like literally the conflict that you're having in this movie is whether they want to fuck a dead zombie. So you got that going for you. Then you have Michael, which is a film about a pedophile named Michael told from his point of view and the kid Wolfgang he has trapped in his basement. Dead Girl,
Oh boy.
zombie rape versus pedophile.
Well then, I kind of almost want neither of them to win.
Well, that's this whole fucking bracket is you going, God damn, do I want to award one of these movies something? But that's the fucking challenge.
That's true. I picture this bracket going down into a hole, and at the bottom is the winner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the winner of this is
Man.
not really a winner. You shouldn't feel proud of yourself if you win this thing.
I don't know. What do you guys think on this one? I can tie break on this one.
To me, both of them are supremely fucked, but Michael is more, I guess, realistic and really fucked. Like, you know, you can kind of see, there's actually Michaels out there in the world. I don't know if there's that many dead girl situations out there in the world, but still it brings, I don't know. I'm going to go Michael, basically. I know Patrick hasn't seen Michael.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, so it sounds worse.
Well, that's what
seen
Jacob
Dead
has
Girl,
to go on.
but
He's basically going on what sounds
yeah.
worse.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah.
does sound worse. Because of how real, I guess, it could feel.
Yeah.
Because, that's messed
Dead
up.
Girl is fucked up. But okay, so I'm voting
that
Michael.
is messed up, yeah.
What's everyone else voting for?
I think I'll go Michael.
Michael, yeah.
All right, Michael, unanimous decision. I also would say Michael's not that good of a movie. It's Michelle Haneke's like cinematographer, and it's very Michelle Haneke-y. It's very slow and not very fun, and it's about pedophiles. So you're like, it's the 1-3 punch of why am I watching this again?
Just nothing to win you over.
Yeah, there's just nothing really that I like about that movie. So I
Yeah,
don't really
like
recommend it.
honestly, like still side note, like if a fucked up movie is good, and there are some on the bracket that we'll talk about,
Yeah.
then like I think it's just something more profound about it. But if it's just
and remember, we are awarding what is the best at the end. Even if it gets knocked out earlier, we can still award it the best.
okay.
Unhappy with your smile? You don't have to be. Thousands of people have used Candid, the clear, comfortable, removable, and practically invisible aligners to help straighten their teeth, and now they love their smile. Just like Justin M. from Atlanta, Georgia, who said, when I was younger, I used to have a gap in the front and on the side. I noticed that people would always look at my mouth first, so I was looking for a fix. Candid ended up being the perfect company for me, and you can't stop looking at my smile now. There's just no comparison. So that's pretty awesome. Your treatment is prescribed and closely monitored remotely by a licensed orthodontist who's an expert in tooth movement, and you'll have the same quality of care you'll get from an in-office orthodontist from the comfort and convenience of your own home. And while other companies are general dentists, Candid only works with orthodontists. So the same orthodontist who created your plan is who you're going to go from start to finish with, so you'll never have to wonder who's doing your dental work. The average Candid treatment is just 6 months, so you'll start seeing results way before then, and it costs thousands less than traditional braces. So become your best you. Start straightening your teeth today. Right now, you can save $75 on Candid's starter kit. Go to candidco.com/filmhouse and use the code Filmhaus. That's candidco.com/filmhouse, code Filmhouse. Take advantage of this limited time offer to save $75 on your starter kit. candidco.com/filmhouse, code Filmhouse.
Hey everybody, there's a sponsor that I'm really excited to talk to you about today. It's one that I've used myself and I can't recommend enough, and that is Masterclass. If you've never heard of Masterclass, it is accessible on your phone, web, or smart TV and offers classes on a wide variety of topics, all taught by world-class masters at the top of their fields. Each class is broken down into these individual video lessons, usually around 10 minutes long. And so you can take them and explore at your own pace, and you can get materials and other lesson plans and recipes and things like that. And that's all available at masterclass.com. Hundreds of video lessons from 100 plus of today's most brilliant minds. And like I said, anytime you can do these, anywhere, on iOS, Android, desktop, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. An annual membership is $180 US a year. And it covers just about everything from cooking, whether you want to make that Michelin star dinner or you want to learn about, business or how to write a screenplay or even just write a letter, tech classes, design classes. Right now, you can learn from people like Dr. Jane Goodall, who teaches conservation, Issa Rae, who's like one of my favorite creatives that made Insecure and has just like such a brilliant mind. Or even if you want to learn to dress better, Tan France from Queer Eye will teach you how to dress better. I took the Steve Martin comedy masterclass primarily because he's a big hero of mine, and I kind of just wanted to hear what Steve Martin had to say, but I actually came away from it with kind of a deeper understanding of some of the things that I sort of knew about comedy, but didn't really, I guess, have hammered home. And it also just kind of put me in a space where I felt good to be learning about something that I think a lot of people feel insecure about, which is, comedy and being funny. And there were like little workshop things I could do. And I just kind of really enjoyed listening to Steve Martin tell me that it's okay to not feel funny and there's a place in comedy for you. So it was really great. And we can't recommend it enough. We recommend you check it out. You get unlimited access to every masterclass. And as a Filmhaus listener, you get 15% off an annual membership if right now you go to masterclass.com/filmhouse. That's masterclass.com/filmhouse for 15% off Masterclass. And that's FILMHAUS. Thank you, Masterclass.
Okay, so moving on. We finally have made it to the end of round one. I think we're doing pretty good on time. I think we can kind of go even a little more lightning round in the second round here.
Faster.
So now we have Hostel versus Ichi the Killer. Have you ever seen Ichi the Killer, Jacob?
Nope.
All right.
Takashi Miike is well represented on this list.
Yes, he is. Well, he has made some of the most fucked up movies, and he's also made like 500 movies, so he has a lot to choose from. Basically, this is the pseudo-psychosexual, sadomasochistic relationship between an assassin and a Yakuza member, Jacob.
Ooh.
A few notable fucked up shit is the opening credits are literally stylized pools of jizz.
It's cum.
Oh, okay, cum.
Oh, okay.
A dude hung from the ceiling by hooks on his back, and then boiling water gets poured all over him.
I'm seeing that.
A dude gets sliced in half. No less than 4 rape scenes.
And is he blowing smoke out of cuts in his cheeks?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, his cheeks are like, he has like the Joker scars, but they're like still open. Yeah. So he just like has piercings that close them.
Ew.
And a tongue slicing scene. So basically you got Hostel versus what I just described, Jacob. Patrick, what are you going to go for?
Ichi the Killer.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Ichi the
100%.
Killer. It might not matter. Jacob, your vote might not matter here.
It's so much worse that he has a cameo in Hostel.
Oh dude,
wow.
you're right. Yeah, he's there.
Takashi Miike has a cameo in Hostel.
Yeah, he's one of the guys. He's one of the rich people.
Yeah, he's like, you could spend all your money in there or something.
Well, then,
I forgot about that.
Ichi the Killer. I think Ichi the Killer is going to take it.
All right, unanimous decision, Cody. Ichi the Killer wins.
It did it before we even made the decision.
Yeah, I know.
All right, moving on. We got Pink Flamingos versus Oldboy. you seen Oldboy, Jacob?
I watched. I did, but I think it was really late, and I ended up just falling asleep.
Hey, I do that all the time. No shame.
Yeah. It was like, you know, that's when you end up watching movies like this out of morbid curiosity.
Right.
When it's like 2 in the morning. You're like, I heard about this movie.
Yeah.
Does it have poop? I don't remember having poop eating in it, though.
There's no poop eating.
I don't think there's any poop in this one.
There is father-daughter boning each other, obviously.
Yeah.
Main character eating an octopus in one unedited shot, if you know. So that's fucking.
Oh yeah, I remember
Live
that
octopus.
scene.
So basically, yeah, poop eating versus octopus eating, and incest. What are you thinking?
I think Pink Flamingos is still worse.
Yeah, really. This is a hard one. I mean, Divine is that movie is fucked up.
Yeah.
But he's going out. That's what the movie's about. He's going out of his way. The movie's about being fucked up. Oldboy is like a tale. Oldboy obviously is one of the best movies on this list. You know,
Yeah,
you gotta
100%.
Give it to Oldboy for that.
Yeah, Oldboy to me isn't that fucked up until like the end. That like what you talked about. That's the part of the movie that's the most fucked. I think the rest of the movie is kind of just like
A movie.
a cool.
But the rest of the
revenge
movie
thing.
is
Yeah.
leading up to that part where you're like that.
No,
the rest
I
of the movie
know.
changes the whole rest of the movie. The end of the movie changes. The
I
rest of
know.
Yeah. I like
But-
it more, but I'd still give it to Pink Flamingos.
Yeah, I think for our purposes here, what is the most fucked up? I think at the end of the day, you will leave Pink Flamingos going, that was fucked up, more than you will Oldboy. Whereas you'll probably be like,
Yeah.
that movie was great
Yeah.
after Oldboy. And oh yeah, it was fucked up.
Yeah, whatever ends up as most fucked up is probably a movie I did not enjoy or would not enjoy watching.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. I think we can all give it to Pink Flamingos then, it looks like. So next we have a Serbian film versus I Spit on Your Grave. Now I hate I Spit on Your Grave, personally. It's
Are you talking about the original?
yeah,
one?
the original one. And it stars Charles Bronson's daughter, interestingly.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Or maybe that's the remake. No, I think it's the original. Anyway, it's an infamous rape revenge fantasy movie, but like basically a bunch of hillbillies rape this woman, and then she goes and tracks them down and brutally murders them, including like, you know, cutting off their dicks and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it like definitely it's bullshit because it focuses way more on the initial rapes and like literally shows them for forever, and then it's like, oh yeah, she gets revenge at the end, you know. I really don't like this movie, and I think the director sucks. So
Is this
but
one
it
of
is
those
fucked up.
70s movies?
Yeah, it's an exploitation film,
Yeah.
midnight exploitation film. So let's see, what's it up against? Serbian film, but then we
Serbian
have
film.
baby fucking on the other side. So
Serbian film wins.
it still
Yeah.
wins, right?
I mean, I Spit on Your Grave is very fucked up, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Serbian film is still going to win it.
What's it for you, Ryan?
I haven't seen a Serbian film, but still, everything I know about it and the baby fucking, I think, makes it go over the top of I Spit on Your Grave.
I'll trust Patrick on this one.
Okay, Serbian film it
Serbian
is.
film.
All right, next, the challenge everyone's been waiting for: Human Centipede 1 versus Human Centipede 2. So here we have Human Centipede. Obviously, in Human Centipede 1, you have a 3-person Human Centipede. Human Centipede 2, you have a 12-person Human Centipede.
This
The first
is the
one,
black and white one, right?
yeah, the first one was
okay.
100% medically accurate. The second one is like 0% medically accurate. Instead of the first one being like an actual procedure, the second one, he's inspired by the first movie, so he takes a staple gun and just
meta.
starts like stapling people's asses to
the
people's mouths.
antagonist is a big fan of the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets a little meta.
It gets meta.
There's one scene in there where a woman gives birth in a car.
Notable
and
baby
then
scene.
Smashes down on the gas pedal where the baby's head is also, and the baby
Yeah.
explodes.
She just wants to get out of there.
Yeah,
Doesn't want
she's
to be
just trying to
any
get
part
out.
of this.
She's sick of eating doo-doo.
I will say, I love the first Human Centipede so much, and I really fucking hate Human Centipede 2. Like, I got what he was going for, but I just thought it didn't work for me at all, and like,
Right.
it took everything I liked about the
No.
first one and kind of made it
Yeah.
lamer. So in terms of what is the best, definitely Human Centipede. But obviously he's trying to make a more fucked up movie for number 2. Does he succeed, or do we give it to him for that, or do we not? What do you guys think?
There's more fucked up like violence and kills in it for sure.
I think they succeed to the movie's detriment because the first one, while being very disturbing, is watchable.
Yeah,
and like there's like it's like suspenseful and intense, and it makes you horribly uncomfortable, but not to the point that you're still eating your popcorn, you know?
Yeah,
yeah.
So I guess we're in a conundrum here. Because we clearly don't want to help Human Centipede 2 out and make it go further, but we all hate it worse. But also we all kind of are saying, it is like, I guess technically more fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, what's the name of the bracket, Ryan?
What's the most fucked up movie of all time?
Exactly. I'm giving it to the second one.
Okay. Patrick?
I am too. I got it.
Because I'd much rather watch the first one.
I guess you're right.
It was
I don't
not
want
a good
to.
time.
It is.
The third one is dog shit. Have you seen the third one?
Yeah, I've seen it.
They actually made the third one. I knew the premise, but I didn't know if it was finished.
They have it's about 100-person Human Centipede there, right?
Yeah.
300.
300. Yes, I'm sorry.
It sucks.
Sounds like a horrible.
The director plays himself. It sucks. It's terrible.
Moving on.
Sounds like a nightmare. Anyways.
Okay. The House That Jack Built. I have not seen it, but this is Lars von Trier's latest dark opus. I hear
it's got what's that one actor in it?
Matthew Dillon.
Yeah.
I always forget his name. I haven't seen him in any. I think this is the last thing I remember seeing him in.
Yo, you saw this movie?
Have you seen it?
I've seen parts of this movie.
Okay.
It's the movie I'm thinking of.
So he plays a serial killer, and it's from his point of view. Patrick, take it away.
Well, one of the most memorable scenes is he takes a woman out to a picnic lunch with her 2 kids.
Oh, yeah.
Sets up in a sniper tower nearby and starts picking them off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I remember
and then he makes the mom sit there on the picnic blanket with her 2 dead kids and have a picnic together.
Oh, God.
Lars.
Okay, Lars von Trier, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Lars, what's up, man?
That's one scene.
Okay.
So,
and it's like 3 hours, right? Or 2.5 or something. It's long.
Really long. Yeah, I saw it in the theater because you had to see the director's cut that had all that shit still in it. You had to go to a one night only screening.
Ugh.
So
you bet I was that theater.
It was pretty full.
Wow. Good job, Lars.
Yeah.
So basically, imagine the picnic with 2 dead children, and then side by side with the mom, the dad and son sucking on the boobs of the mom in visitor queue in the final credits. Have those 2 images side by side in your head. Now tell me which movie overall is more fucked up.
Such similar imagery.
Jacob, I'm getting worried about you.
Yeah.
Have we polluted your mind in this podcast?
Both of these, I think, are supposed to be comedies.
Yeah.
In their own extremely dark way. I think they're both comedies.
So what are you going to give it to, Patrick?
I think House That Jack Built has really gross imagery and scenes, but I still think Visitor Q is more fucked up.
I would say 2, even though I haven't seen it. But it just the fact that it's so House of Jack Built's kind of rooted in at least more real shit. Not that Visitor Q isn't, but Visitor Q is like a fucking weirdo movie. Like it is.
Yeah.
Like you're like
that sounds valid.
Who made this?
Right.
So I'm probably gonna go Visitor Q just based on everything I know. What are you gonna do, Jacob?
Visitor Q says me.
All right, unanimous decision, Cody. Mark it.
Yeah.
Great. Moving on. We got August Underground, the snuff film versus Trauma, Surf Nazis Must Die. So my introduction to all this bullshit was Trauma. I had to put one Trauma movie on here. For anyone who doesn't know, they're they were big in the 70s, 80s, 90s, like schlock movies, some people call it, kind of just so over the top comedy gore films that it's insane and ridiculous. Surf Nazis Must Die.
Yeah, there are good ones for sure.
Yeah, there are great ones. They're also unwatchable.
Very creative.
Ones. Surf Nazis Must Die is a retelling of World War II, but through the conflict between Nazis and surfers in a post-apocalyptic California. Basically you have a lot of Nazis on the beach here, and indiscriminate violence and stuff, and yeah, that's that movie. I don't think I'm just gonna go out on a limb that it's can't not possibly be more fucked up than a very real looking snuff film. But
yeah, I gotta give it to August Underground. I've only seen like half of Surf Nazis Must Die. I think
it's really
Surf
fun.
Nazis Must Die sounds like it's supposed to just be like a good time.
It is.
I just keep turning it on, and then I'm like, I want to watch something else. It's not like too much or anything. It's just like,
is it not as fun as it sounds or something?
No, I think it is fun. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe I just have never turned it on at the right time. Because trauma films are like a very specific thing.
It's you got to be in the right mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. My good friend Dookie Fleiswater is in Surf Nazis Must Die. Shout out to Dookie.
Oh, old Dookie.
Okay, so we're going to give it to August Underground there.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Next up, we got Salò versus Trash Humpers. Trash Humpers is another Harmony Korine epic. It's a pseudo documentary. Basically, he made this documentary where it's like all these old, gross, weird people that are going around literally humping trash and kind of just getting into as much degeneracy as possible. There's a scene where 3 obese prostitutes jerk a guy off in a wheelchair while they sing Silent Night to him.
It's Chris's movie.
Yeah, it's Chris's film.
Yeah, it's a classic tale.
So
I've noticed there's a lot of documentaries on this.
Yeah.
I
mean, think about it though. It's like if you're a fucked up filmmaker, you're like, oh man, I want to make something that looks real and people actually think are fucked up. You know,
I'll tell people it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it works.
Yeah.
No, it definitely does sometimes, but sometimes I feel like, in the case of like August Underground, it probably is like too effective, right? It's like this isn't. Who would want to watch?
The problem with that is it also just looks too shitty, and like everything about it is so unpleasant that there's nothing. Basically, it's
So, has anyone seen Trash Humpers but me?
Never even heard of it.
I don't think so.
Sounds pretty straightforward plot-wise, though.
It's straightforward plot-wise, but it is disturbing. It is a fucked up movie, and when you watch it, you're definitely like, and it's not very good either, by the way. I mean, and I love Harmony Korine, so like to me, this is like just kind of.
I do not.
You don't.
No, I really don't.
Okay, honestly, love is probably too stream of a word. I appreciate Harmony Korine and what he does.
I respect your opinion.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Not for me.
But yeah, Trash Humpers is a stupid movie, but it has fucked up shit. But I definitely give it to Salò 100,000%. I will never get that movie.
Yeah. It's Salò.
Okay.
It's still
running
Salò
away
wins.
with it.
Cody.
Yeah.
Moving on. Our last new movie on the list. Now, after this, we can really go lightning speed and kind of just speed through to the end here. So, our last new movie. Have you seen Irreversible, Jacob?
I have, yes.
Oh, okay, cool. So anyone that hasn't seen it out there in internet land, it's by Gaspar Noé, and this is it's known for this infamous scene in the middle of the movie, which is about a 10-minute rape scene.
Watch.
Very hard to watch. So this movie is fucked up in that way. There's also extreme violence that I've never even seen in another movie, like when the dude gets literally shot point blank with a shotgun in the face. Just literally explodes the man's head. I'd never seen that before, so that's also fucked up. It's told cinematically in a way, in an awesome way. It's told backwards, so you kind of really you're understanding the movie better in context as you're kind of seeing the scene that played
as
before
it happens. Yeah.
So I love that about it. I definitely, despite the awful 10-minute rape scene in the middle, I mean, it is I would put it in a movie I like on this. This list.
It's one of those movies on here that's like, oh, this was like a real movie.
Yeah, this is a real movie with
it's a movie.
awful scenes.
It's very upsetting.
A very, very upsetting movie.
Yeah.
So if I put Michael versus Irreversible up, I mean, yeah, Michael's fucked up and stuff, but I definitely feel more in my bones after Irreversible. It's more of a hard-hitting, extreme movie and more fucked up.
Watched it this morning to prepare.
Oh, wow.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Woke up early, got my coffee, ate some
Irreversible
pancakes.
for breakfast.
Irreversible.
Jesus Christ.
I think I think with this one, we talked about earlier, like a fucked up movie, like Requiem for a Dream, making you miserable, but that not being enough. I think with this one, it's enough for this one to.
Oh yeah, no, that's my vote. It's my vote. It's Irreversible.
All right, Irreversible takes Michael. Okay, so now we are on to the next round. Let's see here what we got. So we got Ichi the Killer versus Pink Flamingos. I can pretty much just say Ichi the Killer right off the bat. You know, it's
It's Ichi. Yeah, Ichi the Killer for sure.
All right.
I mean, the dog shitting scene is
2 out of 3.
I don't think. Yeah, the dog shit eating scene is fucked up, but there's
Eating
so
poop
much
can
shit.
only take you so far.
That dog poop scene can only take you so far, John Waters and Divine. I'm sorry. The end of the road for you guys.
At the end of the day, it's just a snack.
Yeah,
And you liked it.
Divine's
You saw it.
dinner. Yeah.
Oh, there I go shuddering again.
Yep.
Okay. Next, we got a Serbian film versus Human Centipede 2.
Serbian film.
Serbian film 100%.
Just get it over. Just get it over.
with, Cody. Serbian film. Put it in the final 4.
Yeah, we're moving past poop eating.
Yeah, we're done with poop eating, okay? No more poop eating in this bracket. We're on to, well.
Oh, there's going to be, I still see, I know where Salò's headed.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Shit,
Oh, boy.
we have more poop eating, damn it.
Damn it.
I slap myself a couple times to get that out of my... Okay.
With your own arm.
Yeah.
Right, you gotta reattach that thing.
All right. Visitor Q versus August Underground. So we got incest, sucking milk out of your mom, all sorts of weird shit versus a snuff film.
A son beating the shit out of his mom constantly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's always doing that, right? Like literally in every scene. I forgot about that part.
Yeah. I think so. Is the only one who's seen August. It's August Underground Mortem, by the way. It's the second in the trilogy. Is what we're talking about here. I think Visitor Q is probably still more fucked up.
Really?
Yeah, because August Underground is literally just as if you were following a juggalo, 3 juggalos murdering people brutally.
But that sounds
so
fucked
no,
up.
Like, it is fucked up, but there's no characters in it really.
So
it's kind of just like
it's just so awful.
because there's like an emotional level of fucked up as well as violence, right?
That's true.
And other shit. And I think Visitor Q is still worse for me.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Even though August Underground is really fucking gross.
Yeah.
It isn't like, I don't know, the vomit shit's pretty bad actually.
Well, you bring up a very good point, though, Pat. I'm glad you said it like that because that's totally true. Like, kind of like some of these challenges we've had in the bracket already, like there are clearly, even like Human Centipede and Human Centipede 2, I feel like I emotionally feel more fucked up at the end of Human Centipede 1 because I related to the characters and what they were going through. Whereas Human Centipede 2, I'm like, all right, yeah, this is technically more fucked up, but I don't care at all about what's happening. And I was just waiting
It's
for
just
the
trying to gross you out.
At some point, you're just watching something for the special effects.
Right.
Right? Like a lot of movies
Yeah.
that didn't make this cut actually, that are like just really gory horror movies, but stuck. You're just watching because it's cool effects.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think August Underground, it's on the most extreme end of that, but it's still just a movie you're watching mostly because it's like, I think they are they were or are a special effects like group who made it.
Yeah, they are.
So it's like more of an effects reel than it is a movie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a very good point. And so there, I'm going to vote with you then because of that, because you've seen it. And Visitor Q is also my vote because I love that movie and I hope.
All right,
wins.
I'll agree with the consensus here.
Thank you, Jacob. Sweet, innocent Jacob voting for Visitor Q over a snuff film.
No longer. All these films are blurring together.
I think if you can stomach the content, Visitor Q is actually a very like creative, interesting movie.
I 100% agree. Yeah.
August Underground is just if you are like in the camp of you really want to see the most uncomfortable like gore, like extreme gore stuff.
Which I know it sounds like I'm a psychopath for liking all these movies and hosting this, but I really don't like that kind of cinema. Like I used to when I first started watching these kind of things, was like it was just all curiosity, like, ooh, I've heard this movie's fucked up, let's watch it. But now after seeing a million of them, I'm like, okay, if it's just
You can
that.
be more discerning.
Yeah, I don't.
You want something out of it.
I want something.
Yeah.
I want some emotional. Something out of it. Payoff.
Yeah.
Anyway, Visitor Q wins that one. Good. So Salò versus Irreversible. This is a pretty good matchup. I definitely give it to Salò because of everything I've already said.
Yeah, Salò, it's never ending. Irreversible it's got some gore, but then it has the one really fucked up scene in the middle. But Salò is like that scene for the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least at Irreversible, it starts at the end.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
Salò
in the middle with Irreversible,
lot
but
of
it's
the
like
same
about
concept.
that the whole time.
That scene.
Right.
But Salò is like unrelenting shit like that.
Right.
It's not as, realistic or whatever as Irreversible is trying to be, but I think that's still there for me as Salò.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to Salò too.
Congrats, Salò. You're moving up or down.
All right. Yeah. Depending on.
Oh man, now we're getting to it.
We're here, guys. This is the championship.
Boy.
Here we are. We made it so far. I feel I can't wait to take a nice long shower after this podcast. It's going to be great. I feel so dirty right now with you guys. But
Shout out to Takashi Miike for making it.
oh, dude, he has half of the fucking thing. He's going to be in the finals, maybe no matter what. No, that's not true.
Audition isn't even in here.
I thought Audition almost made the list, but
I've seen Audition.
I didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was cool, but
Now you got to balance it. I think both of these are more fucked up than Audition. In
I
their
agree.
own way, too.
Yeah.
all right. So let's go. Ichi the Killer versus Serbian Film. I
Serbian film.
for you.
Serbian film. Yep.
All right. Well, I haven't seen it.
Serbian film.
But I can say that just replaying Ichi the Killer in my mind and then hearing the words, fucking a baby over here, I'm like, I don't think there's anything in the Rolodex of Ichi the Killer worse than fucking a baby. So I guess, is that the main scene that it's winning for, or is there other shit?
It's enough.
Oh, I imagine
enough.
it's enough. Don't get me wrong.
I know I said earlier that like there's some movies where you're just judging by one scene. Like I said that with Oldboy. In this movie, that is enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it?
And I mean, I think there's like one or two scenes, but the memorable one is at the end.
And real quick, is it a animatronic? Is it a puppet? Is it a? How do they do it?
I don't remember.
It's a live actor?
Really. I don't remember. All I remember about it is that it is a horribly upsetting movie to watch.
Okay, fair enough. Serbian
enough for
Film makes it to the finals. Congratulations, Serbian Film. You did
What
it.
a surprise.
Yay.
Round of applause, guys. Give
Yeah.
Serbian Film a round of applause.
Okay.
Come on. Come on, guys. It won. Fair and square. It's here. Okay. Okay. God. Salò versus Visitor Q. I got to say Salò.
Salò.
Oh, Salò. Okay.
All right, guys. Salò won the other bracket. Give him a round of applause.
Is this what victory
It was
feels
fucked
like?
up. God, this is what winning feels like in this podcast.
Look, here we go. Two titans of film.
Yeah, Jesus. All right. See,
Facing
honestly,
off.
I think we did good here because most people who have seen all these movies would definitely pick these as the top 2 or 3.
Yeah.
As these are consistently said as 2 of the most fucked up movies. So
Yeah.
our bracket's working. What do you guys think?
I'm slowly forgetting what Salò is about. What's Serbian
bunch of-
film up against again?
A bunch of rich Italian people. They imagine 4 Italian people saying, "Okay, what we're gonna do is we're all going to marry each other's daughters, okay,
Yeah.
and then we're going to kidnap a bunch of children. Like we have like our own wing of the military, and they're gonna go kidnap a bunch of children, and we're gonna have like this summer camp." Basically for 120 days. Amazing. They're both on screen right now. This is great. Thank you, Cody. And they basically make them all into their sadomasochistic slaves. They basically make them do all this fucked up, like it's kind of supposed to be a commentary on classism and stuff, right? And how
It's about fascism. It's about fascism in Italy.
fascism in Italy. Yeah. And so That's what it's about. And then they make them eat shit. They make one. Elise was telling me she saw that movie, and the part that disturbed her the most was how they didn't let this one character shit for like a long time, and it was like clearly like all the shit was building up inside of him, and she said that it's like her worst nightmare.
God.
So shout out to Elise for Salò.
Despite all expectations, poop eating has made it to the finals.
Yeah, it did.
It's also like the whole movie, there's like sexual assault and shit.
Yeah, well, there's that too.
There's throughout the movie, from beginning
With
to end.
poop involved sometimes.
And then like a lot of graphic, I think, murders and stuff at the end, and a lot of shit. The shit is, I think, what stands out for a lot of people.
Yeah. Is that enough to tip the scales, though, against Serbian film?
Patrick, you as the one you have seen Serbian film, so honestly, you have the most power in this.
I think so. Both of these movies have like something to say,
They're trying.
right?
They're trying
it's
to
not
say something. Yes.
They're trying
like
to say something.
Serbian film, supposedly.
Yes.
You know, whether it succeeds or not, I don't know.
Allegedly, yes.
Supposedly is about like the wars and conflicts in Serbia and the way that the current government operates around those things. It's something like that. I have no idea. I don't know anything about that
So
situation.
it's fascism in Serbia versus fascism in Italy. It's kind of the.
I think so. Yeah. I think
I'm gonna go solid.
Very specific lens.
I'm gonna go solid just
The
because
director-
the poop eating does it all for me. I literally gagged multiple times in the film, and I never gag in movies, and I really could not wait for the movie to be over.
Yeah, I think Salò is more effective, even though that scene in Serbian film is a nightmare.
Yeah.
I think Salò is more effective. And yeah, it sticks with you more. Like, I remember more from that movie than I do from Serbian. Like, Serbian film, I remember that one scene, and it's pretty blurry. Salò, I remember more of
Salò,
that
you
movie.
can't help but remember it because it's burned
Yeah.
itself into your brain.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Wow.
Well,
I mean, I guess
That sounds like
the
we have a winner.
champion- Are we reigning the champion right now? Salò?
I think so, yeah.
Salò, you
Yeah.
won it. Give him, everyone. Give Salò the big final round of applause, everybody.
Don't watch any of
Don't
these
watch
movies.
any of these movies. Do not take this as a recommendation. It is the most fucked up movie we've all seen.
Yeah, maybe a couple of them. Maybe watch Antichrist.
There's a few good ones.
Yeah, watch Antichrist.
House the Jack Built is
Actually,
great.
Cody, can you
The
go back
losers.
to the
Go
Cody,
down
can
the
you go
first bracket and see what's
Yeah.
acceptable.
yeah, don't go past that.
Cody, go back to the bracket if you can. I want to tell the people. Yeah, because right now let's award our best fucked up movie.
Okay.
Here,
That's
let's
a toughie.
I'm going to say the movie I like the most out of all these. I love Human Centipede. I love Oldboy. I love Irreversible. And I love Martyrs. I mean, and Visitor
Yeah.
Q. But
Yeah, I would say, I think all the Takashi Miike stuff, so Visitor Q and Ichi the Killer, I think are both
watchable.
great.
Both
I think
watchable and
a
good.
lot of his movies are
but
really
fucked
good.
up. But fucked up.
Yeah.
Pink
I
Flamingos
like Pink
is fun.
Flamingos. Yeah. Saw and Hostel are cool, but they're also very like entry level, sadly.
Yeah. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
or my
And then I really like Lars von Trier, so
yeah. And I think
those are in there, too.
the best movie of all this is Oldboy, right? But kind of like we said,
Oh, for sure.
Kind of like we said, that's maybe not the most fucked. Like you don't think fucked up movie necessarily when you see Oldboy, even though it's fucked up.
Yeah. We're thinking about the best movie here on this horrible, horrible bracket.
Yeah, I think Oldboy's
Also
the
with-
best movie.
with Martyrs, you could also there's a few of those like French movies that I think you could swap out with Martyrs, and it would
Like
have
what?
made it just as far. I think Inside.
Oh, I like Inside. Yeah,
Inside's great, but
yeah. Hard.
I haven't seen Frontiers in a while. I actually don't like High Tension.
Yeah,
Those are all kind of grouped together and are part of the same.
I don't
they're
know why
all
High Tension is so
extraordinarily
revered as a
violent.
fucked up movie. I mean, it's basically a pretty standard horror movie to me. You know, I mean, with
Yes.
just
I
some
think it's
pretty
just the
gruesome
gore.
violence, I guess. But
Yeah, I think it's mostly the gore.
well, all right, guys, this has been fascinating. I had a lot of fun. Going to go take that shower now.
I know. I need to go brush my teeth,
Gonna
wash
go
my
watch,
mouth
like-
out with
yeah.
soap.
I'm gonna go watch like some Care Bears videos on YouTube.
I'm gonna go eat a big plate of shit.
No, God damn it,
I'm
Patrick.
hungry.
I need
For
counter
dinner.
programming. I need to watch happy stuff now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, everyone out there, I hope this has been enlightening to you. I hope that you didn't get too grossed out or freaked out, or I hope you don't think any less of us for watching these.
Yeah.
But here we are. Salò, 120 Days of Sodom, most fucked up movie of all time. Don't recommend it.
We are not we're not alone in saying that.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. I'll see you next week.
See ya.
Chaos reigns.